I don't know what this game has in store for us. I have no idea, but I feel like I should just go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let's do this. New game. Chazir is the realm of the mighty god Dadar. Chazir Dadar is called the King of Freedom, but beyond his border, he is known as the Father of Ruin. You are Nikaria. You were born in Chazar, or Chazir. Okay, so I guess this is me. Your childhood was spent on the streets. No one knows what happened to your parents. They remain in your memories only of blurry silhouettes with no faces or names. You vividly recall your impoverished youth. Cold, darkness, hunger, and the sideways glances of tailed Chazir folk. You grew used to never being able to find your own place. That is, until you ended up in the Temple of Dadar's Shadow. The temple became your home, in the shadow of Dadar. The chosen of the god himself practically replaced your father. They trained you, for every servant of Dadar has a great mission. Eventually, you underwent a ritual, after which you ceased to be human. Ooh. Ikara, can you hear me? Whoa. She sits on a stone crypt. The voice of the shadow pulls her out of her confusion. What's happening to me? You're fine. Congratulations, the ritual was successful. Well, there was really no other way we could have done it. Dang, wow, okay. Ikaria lowers her gaze and looks at her hands. They're black, almost as if covered by an exoskeleton. It's hard to believe this is now part of her body. Wait, this is like reverse Venom. I have 2k channel points because I say for TTS and then spend it all? Yes, you do. Hey, don't feel bad. Sarah is also spending all of her points on tee-hee-hee-hee-hees, alright? I think Pinterest also... I think that... Oh wow, the music is kicking off hard. What the heck? I think the tee-hee-hee-hee edition, although Zozo doesn't like it, which I'm completely fine with. Again, this isn't Zozo's stream. Even though Zozo is the person that really doesn't like it, and I've learned to like tune it out now at this point, I'm glad that it's one of those things where you guys are enjoying it and are using your points finally. Because I think at one point somebody was like, yeah, I have like 100,000 points. I don't know what to use these for. And I'm like, I don't know, man. There's stuff. But now they're being used, so I'm glad. Okay. Wow, this is crazy. Okay. Maybe. She moves them. Yes, they're definitely her hands.
What you buying?
Oh my god, 7 is crazy.
Wow, 7.
Wow, 7. I love the tee-hee-hee, but I also like the TTS. What's happening to me? See, okay. Here's the only reason why I kept the TTS up really high. Is because I was so nervous about it just being spammed. That's the only reason why I kept TTS high. But who knows? Maybe in the future, I'm just gonna say save your points. Maybe I will do like a future stream where I just lower TTS to like 500 or something, or as low as I can put it, and just let you guys just go crazy. Like you guys would just go crazy with TTS more than likely. And you'll use it a lot. It'll be used a lot. Because I like that now whenever the TTS gets used, it's kind of like for a significant moment, or like it's like a really important reason, and it's something I can like focus on because I'm like hearing a voice say something, you know. But usually just something that it's saying is like, oh, something important. I think like even when Rocky was using it back in the day, like she had her spams and stuff, but sometimes she just used it to like say really sweet things, and I would just acknowledge those so separately. So I think that's why like I kind of like kept it where it is. But Yeah, maybe for like a future stream, I'll like just lower it really like low, like make it like, I don't know, something. If I can lower it down to like 10 channel points or something, I'll like do that or something, and we'll just see what happens. If it becomes overwhelming, I'll have to like knock it back up. Like that's what we'll do. Really, lol. Because I've seen, okay, the reason why I kind of kept it that way too. I got warned from one of my streamer friends to keep it that way, like keep it kind of high. Unacceptable! Because of that. The unacceptable, like that. Imagine that if I didn't like have a timer on it. Like there's been times already where like it gets hit like 4 or 5 times back to back. When tee-hee-hee became a thing, you guys spammed tee-hee-hee-hee-hee for like 5 minutes straight. Like, you guys spam tee-hee-hee-hee-hee for like 5 minutes straight whenever I activated that thing as a sound alert. Oh my god. So that's why I'm like, okay, I have to like anticipate those kind of moments in this stream. But no, a buddy of mine warned me. He said, keep your TTS kind of high. Because sometimes people might come in and they'll just stay and like earn some channel point rewards or whatever. So like somebody might come in and just like earn 300 points or whatever, and then they'll put the longest message possible into the TTS and break it. Like some people literally just come in and just put a bunch of numbers into the TTS, and now you have for like 10 minutes straight, or unless you can like skip it or figure out how to skip it, you have for like 10 minutes straight your TTS is just reading out a paragraph of numbers. This music is super chilled as a background. Yeah, I like this music a lot. But anyway, let's keep going. What's happening to me? She only just woke up. The ritual is considered a great honor. She thinks so too, but it was painful. Painful to the point that the memory of that near-death agony still haunts her. And her body, damn, it feels so alien. It's like something is rubbing against her skin. Rubbing, pricking, something cold. If she focuses on the feeling, she notices a sharp pressure under her chest and her breathing. Damn. The shadow touches her hand. Surprisingly, though, that hard pseudo-skin, she can still feel his hand. It feels as if there's a thin layer between her and his skin. Her and his skin. Oh, Shadow of Dadar, calm down. You transform to serve Dadar. Okay. Remember, this appearance is now your true form. The exoskeleton seems solid. It's as though Nikaria is looking at some statue or fossil instead of her own hands. She's afraid to move, but her new covering is remarkably flexible. She knew she would change, although at the last moment, she had the thought that this was all some kind of trick. When her consciousness was lost to uncontrollable agony as the magic devoured her body, there was a moment of despair. She was certain she was being sacrificed. Nikaria knew this was going to happen, but still somehow wasn't prepared. Whoa, okay. Someone did it on Mac stream. We just had to sit there for a minute and let it finish. So that's why I heeded that warning, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep it kind of high. Yeah, because that's what I was nervous of. I was nervous for somebody who was like brand new, like maybe somebody raised me or something, and somebody who's not used to the channel or something, seeing there's a TTS, and they're just like, oh, how does this work? And then all of a sudden I get just in my stream for like 2 minutes solid. Yeah, so that was the only thing I was nervous about. But I do want you guys to have more fun in here. So if it's something that you guys do enjoy, that's kind of the reason why I kept the tee hee 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 hee, all that kind of stuff in. Because yeah, you guys are actually having fun, and it's actually being used. That was my main thing. That's why when we had the let me pause real quick so I know where I am in this. That's why when we had the Let's Fix stream day, I was going through some of the channel rewards, stuff like that, and I was trying to figure out what never really gets used, all that kind of stuff, and I removed some things and I added in some stuff, and you know, we went through some emotes, we went through like a bunch of different things, just trying to like make stream as good as we possibly can. Because again, although it is, you know, technically quote unquote, it is my stream. You know, it's one of those things where it's my stream. You guys are my community, and I want you guys to have fun in the stream. Like, yeah, I want you guys to have a good time. Yeah. An unknown coming in and writing a novel with TTS. Yeah, that's the fear. That's the fear. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath. Exhale. You'll get used to it. At first, a new body will seem alien, but soon you'll wonder how you ever lived before. You're stronger and faster than before. Your entire body is a weapon. You can go without sleep for days, eat raw meat, eat rotten flesh. Why would you say that part? Yeah, how did I ever live without eating rotten stuff before? Okay, now that's where my brain goes, but I'm also curious about this one, but it's not for nothing, is it? Like, there's gotta be some sort of balance here. Like, I'm harder, better, faster, stronger, but for why? Of course it's not just for nothing. Everything's fine. You're in shock. That's perfectly normal. You need this gift. You have a mission. You'll go to Monard? You know that place, right? Of course I do. Not surprising. It's the largest city of your people. My people are here. We Chazar folk are your people in spirit and faith, and now also in flesh. But from birth by blood, you're one of the Altans, or Altinians. Monard is one of the largest Altan cities. There's a new prince in Monard. His name is Meradius. Okay. They say he's the son of God. Apparently he can perform miracles, fly, split rocks with his bare hands, and so on. You need to enter the city, get close to the prince, and keep watch, heading off to the distant lands. She can still feel that cold, as if it's right under her skin. But something's gonna go wrong with this. I don't know what it's gonna be, but something's gonna go wrong with this. Nikaria, this isn't a question. This is your mission. They prepared you for this. You'll manage. I know you'll manage. And besides, you won't be alone. We have our own people in Monard. You need to find, I can't pronounce his name. I'm gonna say Akka. You need to find Akka. Akka is a merch and one of ours. He will help you. I will observe. And what should I do if nothing without orders? You're our observer, so she should steer the watch. You'll be our hidden blade. Is this going to be a long mission? Prepare yourself, because you won't return to Chazir anytime soon. The shadow smiles. Okay, but Nakaria senses it is not that simple. Nothing is ever that simple, dude. Her intuition rarely deceives her. Now a gnawing, all-consuming sorrow pushes the obvious truth right to her throat. Is this a mission for a lifetime? I can't answer that. Maybe it is. I see. The Dar will be with you. Yeah. I have no doubt. You're now part of his flesh. What? Nikaria rarely displays her emotions vividly. A life of poverty taught her to store and guide her feelings, releasing them only when truly necessary. Eventually she began to grow callous, and those feelings started to die away. Forcing herself to smile or cry wasn't always simple anymore. But this time, a wild sorrow settled in her shoulders, and Nikaria rushed towards the shadow. She embraced him as though he were her parent. She feels his hands on her back. He too pulls her closer in response. Nikaria, everything will be okay. Oh, okay. You managed before, and now I fear for anyone who stands in your way. It took her a few weeks to get used to her body. Another week to recall everything she'd learned about Monard, the Altans, and the free lands. She wanted to stretch that time out, but no, she couldn't show weakness. After all, she wasn't chosen by accident. Nicaria set out for Monard. She quickly crossed the wildlands. Her new form was more fearsome than any predator. The cold didn't bother her, and she no longer needed her usual comforts. Blood no longer seemed so foul-tasting. On the way, the girl assumed a human appearance and then joined some caravan traders. The crowd was a motley bunch. Such people don't pry into each other's past. Nicaria didn't even need to invent or use any story. And here she is. Ahead lies the gates of Monard. Monard is a large city. They say it's one of the biggest in the world. Nicaria tried to enter along with the caravan, but a guard stepped before her. Young in armor. Is she with you? The guard addresses the merchant. He shakes his head no, not even looking at Nicaria. As though he's uneasy about meeting her gaze. Nika isn't angry at the merchant. She never expected anything from him anyway. Who are you? Nika? Where are you going? Ooh. Do I? Oh man. Okay. I'm undercover. But I know that this is the guy I'm going to observe. Maybe he has some pull in the city. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save first, but I'm gonna risk it. Yeah. I think he might have some pull in the city. If I say Akamir, whatever his name is, to Aka. So that's that merchant. And who are you to him? Oh, I accidentally clicked. I gotta go back. Wait. I gotta go back. I accidentally double clicked there. That's actually my fault thing. No. Load. Sorry, we'll do this again. That's that merchant. Who are you to him? Okay, there we go. Oh, why so many questions? I'm his lover. I'm helping him. Honestly, bro, why so many questions? You already asked me one. You don't even know. You asked me why I was here in the city. I told you I was here to visit this person. But you don't even know anything beyond that. Like, yeah, why so many questions? Times are rough. If we let anyone in, soon we'll be overrun by dragon spawns, Azura servants, and spies of other princes. Go on, answer. Who are you to that merchant? Who, lover or I'm helping him? I feel like if I say I'm his lover, then he won't ask me any more questions, because people won't really ask like, oh, so when are you making love? Like, that's not going to be the next question. So I want to go with lover, just so he won't ask me any more questions. Why are you traveling alone? I kind of want to shrug. I don't know. I see. Alright. I doubt you're one of Uzur's spies. And what would they learn from that whelp anyway? But watch yourself. Maybe you're wasting your time on that merchant of yours. How sweet. Thank you. No, I'm not even saying. I'm not gonna acknowledge that, because I feel like if I acknowledge and say how sweet, thank you, he's gonna think like, maybe you can come by and kick it with me later on if you want to. I get off work at 10. Like, no, we're gonna just pass in silence. Noisy and crowded. There's literally nobody in the street. You're saying it's noisy and crowded. I don't see a single person in the street. A large road branches out, turning into streets, which in turn become alleys. Swear words spring to mind on their own. How would she find Aka here? Someone brushes against Nika's elbow. Roger. So you're heading to Aka, are you? Right in front of the girl appears a pale, unshaven, bandit face. Wolfish grin. Oh, sorry. Let me try that one more time. Right in front of the girl appears a pale, unshaven bandit face with a smug, wolfish grin. Who are you? Wow, that's rude. A blow straight to the heart. So you're not Nicaria? What if I lunge at him? How does he know me? I'm curious about that, but also feel like, okay, maybe starting a fight first day into the city isn't the best thing to do. Violence first? Alright, violence first. Nicaria grabs the stranger by the collar. Her fingers grow. And a chitinous layer. Flooding her body with extra strength. A shove, she pins him against the wall, even though he's taller. Whoa, that's some power. He doesn't look frightened at all. He nods, glancing downward. Nicaria discreetly follows his gaze. The bastard's blade is pointed right at her chest. Now, that's what I call communication. But you're not that wild as to start a slaughter here, right? Nika looks him in the eyes. She wants to wipe that insolent smirk off his face. After all, she could squeeze harder, driving her razor-sharp chitin claws into his chest, and the blade wouldn't save him. After hesitating, Nicaria clicks her tongue. Yeah, that's definitely not what she wants here. She lets go of the stranger, and he cannot say this. She lets go of the stranger, and he, grinning merrily, puts away his blade. Where do you know me from? Wait, I feel like that was supposed to be her line of dialogue, and they messed that up. Because it said his name over here instead of her name. So where do you know me from? Let's just say we had the same employer, and I'm not talking about Akka. Now do you understand? Nika nods, not too confidently. She guesses what he was talking about, but right now, so far from Chazir, it's hard to believe someone from her own people could appear so easily on her path. Great! I'm here precisely to meet you. And how'd you figure out who I am? I was here in my own business, and BAM! Spotted you. Figured it matched the description, and then, well, you know, everything fell into place. Sounds okay. It does say her name this time on this one. Sounds like complete nonsense. Roger flashes a wide grin. All right, there is one secret I'll tell you later away from people. It sounds suspicious, but Nicaria nods anyway. We need to help each other. Name's Roger. You already know mine, but call me Nika. So, how do you like the city? Not used to seeing no tailed folk around. I barely even got inside. Yeah. I see. You'll see plenty more. And there many of our guys here? No, of course not. Akka's father believes we needed to stay as unnoticed as possible. Before it was just him, his son Akamir, me, and a couple of my guys. But little by little, things are changing. Changing? What do you mean? Everything! Come on, hop in. We're not walking, are we? Roger gestures at a hefty cart, presumably loaded with goods. What's with this cart? Huh, right. It's Akamir's for merchandise. They climb into the cart, pulled by some massive creatures. I wish I could see the creatures, but it's fine. My people are arriving in the city. Akka's father used to get in the way. Why was Akamir's father against it? Yeah, why was he against it? I want more information. He didn't want to attract attention. Why does Akamir himself think? What does Akamir himself think about all of this? Kind of forgot to ask him. Think I should? Isn't Akamir the one in charge? Complicated question. Roger rubs his chin thoughtfully, clearly goofing around. You think he's the one in charge here? The Shadow said I should go to him. Well, the Shadow's far from here. How would he know what's happening in the field? Right? Huh. Both of these kind of lead to the same outcome here. Either I say it's heresy, which still kind of sounds like he doesn't believe it, and the other one's saying I don't think we should doubt him. So they're both kind of saying the same thing. Doesn't matter which one I choose. I'm gonna say that really looks like heresy, just so I can gauge his reaction. That really looks like heresy. You should watch it with the accusations like that. No accusations? Really? Those aren't accusations. I'm not sure how it works here, but in Chazar, we can't say such things. Sorry. I haven't been there in ages. Completely gone wild, you see? Anyway, where was I? Aka's father was in charge, yeah, but Akamir... give me your hand. Nicaria eyes Rogers suspiciously at his request. They're riding through some dark, deserted alley. Hey, I'm not gonna do anything to you. Come on. She offers her hand. Oh, he's got the same thing. She offers her hand. Her palm is met by a black-clawed hand armored in chitin. Oh, so they got the same shit. So he I guess he wasn't lying. The unexpectedness nearly takes Nicaria's breath away. She lifts a startled gaze to Roger. He's also changed. Yep, I can sense other changed ones. My little specialty. I knew a sister would arrive here, and that's how I recognized you. Now then, where was I? Akamir isn't like us. He's just a kid with some connections in the city who knows a few things. Can some ordinary boy give orders to us who have been blessed? Huh. So basically, Roger's perspective is that, yo, we got superpowers. He's just some kid. Can he really tell us what to do at the end of the day? So that's what his perspective is. Huh. I'm going to say I don't think it's for him. So there's infighting going on here. That kind of did give me information that there's some people who are probably fighting for power here. Yeah, there's infighting here. You got a quick tongue, don't you? Am I wrong? Is that really what you call infighting? Nobody's torn anyone apart. A void simply appeared when Akamir's father died. And no one's filled it yet. And you can see we're a long way from Chazir. You mean Chazir's not in charge here? We don't serve Chazir. We serve Dadar. Roger gives a sly smile. Icaria never liked these verbal games. You know what I mean. Got it. We share the same masters. But I think we can act on our own here. If we believe it's the right thing to do, and I feel I know best for what needs to be done. Just wait. You'll get a chance to think it over. We need to look around and see what's going on here. And what mission did the Shadow give you? Ooh. Dude, everything in my heart and soul is telling me not to trust this guy, but the other side of me is like, bro, I think I actually should trust him. Yeah, like, I don't know why, because he feels like he's shady, but he's also giving me a lot of information. Like, he's giving me like a lot of information of what's going on here in the city, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's just go. We're gonna say none of your business. How was it not yours? The shadow told me to go to Akamir, but you saw I'm one of us. How can you not believe me? I don't know you at all. What else do you want to know? Nothing. I have nothing to tell you right now. Well, it's up to you. They reach another set of gates, flanked by a massive stone wall surrounded by a moat. These gates are also guarded by soldiers who apparently don't let everyone in. It feels as if they're in a totally different city. Spacious, straight streets. That's a weird one for me. Spacious, straight streets. There's too many like STST. Bright stone houses that mostly look alike, straight and angular. In the distant looms the countless spires of giant buildings. And here we are at the Stone City. Nikaria shrugs indifferently. Not bad, but I can't compare it to Diagra. Can't impress her with anything. Before long, Nikaria and Roger stop at the stone houses, Akamir's residence. See you around, sister. The place isn't any bigger or smaller than those around it, so it doesn't look especially grand or remarkable. Still, Nikaria has already figured out that here, in the stone part of the city, any house is a sign of wealth, influence, and success. What is up with the gems? Maybe those are just light sources. The servant at the entrance immediately lets Nikaria in, indicating where she needs to go. Akamir is a very young fellow with light hair, which is quite unusual for someone in Shazir, someone from Shazir. Glad to see you. We've been waiting a while. Nikaria, right? Likewise, you can call me Nika. How did you know who I am? I got a brief description. I was warned before you'd arrived. Nikaria glances around, taking the surroundings. The decor is lavish. Her gaze slides over the walls and various pointless but expensive trinkets. How did you manage to get into the city? I've heard it's been problematic lately. Yes, I noticed. No problems. Oh, that's great. Maybe it won't be so hard to help you. Then Roger met me. Wait, what? Roger? In that sense, did he meet you? He looks worried. Ooh. I don't understand. Is something wrong? No one told him to do that. Why would he be there to meet you? Akamir's obvious worry turns to tension. He rubs the bridge of his nose, rubs his eyes. He sharply waves his hands as if driving off that conversation. Oh, whoa. Alright, it's not that important. I know what your mission is, but I'm afraid I can't help you quickly. But don't worry, I'll provide you with a place to stay. How long do I need to wait? I'm not sure. And how do I put this? Actually, I need your help. I'm listening. Oh, so simply? So you wanted trials? No, I just didn't expect it. Listen, I'm asking for help because let's say you're not an outsider here either. They sent you to watch the prince, right? The whole mission might be in jeopardy. Why? My father, Doran, used to run everything here. He died not long ago. And before he died, he named me as his successor. So in Shazir, they probably think I'm now in charge. But Roger disagrees. Who is he anyway? Roger? He's apparently from another he's from another principality. He was my father's right hand. The armed hand, if you get me. So he was like the father's assassin / bodyguard. And Roger seems to think he should be running this place. Well, I'm going to say, why do you think so? Because I want to see if there's like any other evidence I can kind of get out of him. So I'm going to go with that. Why do you think so? His behavior indicates it. He's always been rowdy, but lately he's been crossing the line. He ignores orders, and I've heard Roger gathering people around himself. Listen, I'm not sure how serious it is. Maybe you can find out. Rumor has it, Roger plans something. And knowing him, that something could be bloody. A commotion would jeopardize your mission and all of us. So... we need to get rid of Roger is crazy. I think we need to find out everything first. I don't want to just get to town and start trying to assassinate people. I'm going to say we need to figure out everything first. Yes, right. I think you have every chance to do it. We need to figure out what he wants and do something if he might interfere with your mission. Better not to draw extra attention. I don't want to provoke a bloodbath among my own for no reason. I'll think about it. Sure, think about it, but remember time is limitless. I think you want to rest, right? Nika nods. He doesn't feel tired, but she needs to she doesn't feel tired, but she needs to gather her thoughts. Yeah, they need to fix that. It's not he. She doesn't feel tired, but she needs to gather her thoughts. I'll show you to your room. You can rest there. Is there anything I need to know? If you decide to gather information, there's a tavern called Thunder in the wooden town. My servants can tell you how to find it. It's owned by Miro. She knows a lot. Got it. Maybe you want to ask something? Ooh. The other agents or the king is what I'm kind of curious about here. I'm gonna go with the king option. What do you say about King Maradius? You already know something about him? I know he calls himself a demigod. And all sorts of stories about him, how he killed monsters, killed the leader of the Uzurs, etc. Got it. The king really is no ordinary man. You think he's really a god's son? Well, it's impossible. It's possible. No, okay, why is the O like that? Why is the O like that? No, that's nonsense. Why? There's no god but Dadar, and he's not Dadar's son. Amir presses his lips together. That's not the point. I mean, Maradius isn't just a man. His power, he can break a stone wall with his bare hands, punch clean through someone's body, even fly, or something like that. So he's some strong sorcerer. Well, maybe, but everyone says Maradius doesn't use magic. They say it's his own abilities. Divine abilities. Okay, the carrier rolls her eyes. She isn't even surprised that the Atlans are so superstitious they take any sorcerer for a god. Okay. Oh, I get to ask them all of these. Cool. I'm gonna ask about the agents now. Where are the other agents? What do you think? Many have gone quiet and lie low. I think they're scared. They probably just don't know what to do. Jazir sent messages to me, but Roger has changed. He's got a piece of the Dar himself. That's no small thing for many. A piece of the Dar doesn't make you his voice. Only certain people can speak in his name. Yeah, I know. But you guys in Jazir get that, and here... Akir shrugs. Okay. Let me save again before I get too far here. Boom. Before I accidentally, like, double-click or something. I see. Have you been in Jazir? Once, a long time ago. I was 9 then. It took us to pay respects to the king, to the Temple of the Shadow, and to the Shadow of the Dar. Akir asked sharply. She surprises even herself. Akamir too, apparently. He looks at her in astonishment. Ahem. You saw the Shadow of the Dar. Yes, they brought us to him. A red-headed Jazir? Yeah, tall fellow. Uh-huh. Hearing it pleases her, though Nikaria scolds herself for such petty emotions. Okay. Alright, we're done with the questions then. This is indeed a surprise. Late night stream, man. I had some like things I wanted to like finish out from the demo list. This is one of them. I think I have like 3 more after this that I wanted to finish out. If anything, talk to the servants. They're also ours. Okay. Nikaria nods. To be continued. That's it? Wow. Okay, literally just finished the demo. Let's go. Well, that's one down. I feel like I didn't get a lot of the story there, honestly. Like I got an idea that, you know, a king is dead and there's like a fight for power. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Okay, LOL. Yeah, that's all I got. Let's see, what's next?